Good evening and welcome back to the Valkyrie flight, your local entertainment on Trill, apparently, because that's where we are right now. And going through Dr. Zhar's entire. So let's start off with introducing the crew once again, and we'll start off with our indomitable doctor.
I am Skyshep, and I play Dr. Kilani Zhar.
Let's go over to our captain.
Hey everybody, it's Adcon playing Captain Ted.
Our tactical officer.
Phoenix Blue here as Commander Savant.
Our engineering officer.
Hi, Sir Boulevard here as Lieutenant Commander Mizaka.
Unfortunately, our science officer, Lieutenant Commander Thesaurus, played by Steph, is not available right now. So we'll jump right to our counselor.
Hi, I'm Majora, and I play Lieutenant Loren.
And, of course, we can't forget our amazing guest star, Fark.
Oh, hello. Thank you. I am Fark to it, and I am playing the Trill Monk Rajal.
Alright. So, of course, I'm your Game Master / Dungeon Master / evil person who puts the characters through evil things. And...
He's lying. We do that to ourselves.
And sometimes we do it to him.
Column A, column B.
And so, last when we left off, Dr. Zhar had just finished the first two parts of the Gentara, going through the first two hosts, and now we're going to start on the third host, which is the last host before her current host. So just after finishing up that part of it, Rajal summons Mzaka to the 10 by 10 foot firelit, like sandstone-y coloured chamber where the ritual takes place.
And as he walks in, you notice that he's like holding his tail, which is like, oh crap, this is a very nervous kitty. Because, well, that's like his default state.
Oh, nervous TV.
Oh, hello. You must be Mizaka. Come in.
Yes, you must be, you're Rajal, correct?
Yes. Have you, been part of a Jantara before?
No. Never been to Trill before.
It's a lovely place.
Indeed.
Let's see. Now, don't worry. It's all very safe, of course. But Kilani, you don't think you need a break or anything? You've been at this for a while now. Do you want to stop, or shall we continue?
No, let's continue. It's been a very positive experience so far. I'm really eager to meet my previous host.
Okay. And Mizaka, you will be channeling Varius?
I don't know anything about Varius. In character, that is.
Parias was an engineer, actually.
Oh, well, then maybe I will handle this better than I thought.
Yes, well, remember, you're always in control. But we recommend that you just sort of let the old soul take control. Everything will be fine, and it will be good for Kilani as well. Now, if you're ready, you stand over here, and we'll begin.
Everyone take places.
Just for purposes before you start, reading the script. Could you give me a command presence difficulty 2 roll
Is that for me?
for
or-
Fark?
What? Okay, let me see if I can find my thing here.
You're trying to interface a worm with a cat.
Stranger things have happened. I actually once had a Gorn in here. It was very strange. So, Baz, what was it?
Presence command.
Presence, command.
You do have a
difficulty.
focus.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. Task roll 2?
2. I mean, unless the rest of the players want to give you a momentum, that's up to them.
You can take it.
I kind of want to see it, just see where it goes. Honestly.
Okay, let's see if this works.
So you taking the momentum?
Apparently not,
No.
but he also needs to probably re-roll that.
Null discipline.
Yeah, this happens sometimes.
Okay.
Just reselect the discipline.
Yeah. Select another one, select it back. That's the same freaking roll.
Same roll.
Okay, so all right, so just start reciting.
Okay, well, as usual, put my hands on their shoulders. Kilani Zhar, Tuja Jantani Res, Janpa Mazaka Garukoj, Unora Jakala Zhar, Janshi Varias Tanusrem, Ganda Kilani Tor, Kilani Jantaravok, Tujar Jantani Res.
As the ritual completes, Kalani, you feel it's slightly different than all the other times. You sort of knew the memories, but there's something else that was transferred that you weren't quite aware of, and there's you're aware, but you're not sure what.
And this is when I become a lich.
Give me a let you go home.
All right. Well, is everyone okay? Varias, are you there?
Ah, yes, I am.
All right. Well, as before, I will excuse myself now. So, please take all the time you like, and I skitter away.
And the Brias walks over and goes, "Oh, you must be Zhar's new host."
I am. I'm Kilani.
Oh, Kilani, it's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Oh, this is an unusual host you've given me. But, well,
Well,
this is...
he is also an engineer, so I figured you might be appreciative.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely feel it. It's just... whoa. And he just kind of... a little dizzy. Probably something to do with the transference. Who knows how these things work?
Are you
Oh.
okay? Do you need me to...
Just...
And Kalani kind of instinctively goes for a tricorn.
Oh, no, just a little dizzy. No.
Oh, well, I am a doctor, so...
Oh, you're a doctor.
I am, yes.
Researcher, medical...
Chief Medical Officer of the Federation Starship.
Oh. Well, that's quite a change. I'll be honest, I'm not really good with doctors. Poking and prodding you. Ugh.
Well, only you knew that that your next life would be one of a doctor.
I never really thought of it as my next life. Jar and I are different people. I always wanted to make sure that was a separation between us.
Interesting. I don't really. After joining, I didn't really feel different. I felt like something greater than the sum of my parts, but I never felt like I wasn't Kilani. It's just I was Kilani in a different way.
There's probably a bit of my influence there. I went out of my way, gave all the people training me here a pain in the ass. Usually we teach the symbionts and the host to merge completely. I didn't want to lose who I was. I said that if the host was going to learn something from me, it needed to learn independence. And I always got the opinion that Zhar always felt I was way too out there.
Like I said, I've never felt like Zhar and I are different people per se. I just, you go through phases in your life where things happen and they change you, and you kind of have to adapt and almost become a new person to suit that. And it felt like joining was just a natural part of that process. It just happened in a predictable way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of get that. That's kind of how I felt about it. Although like I said, I made an effort, but that's not how it is for everyone. We all interact with our hosts differently. We all interact with the symbiont differently. I mean, I remember my last Yantara, and man, I was nothing like any of those other guys.
Well, Malkin's very quiet.
Yeah, really, really quiet. So strange.
So what? Sorry, you cut out there.
So strange.
I don't know, strange, just different. I mean, he was very very much, I kind of got the impression he's just like, I don't know what to do, I'm just here. And I'm just gonna talk to you because that's what I've got to do.
Yeah. I was never that person. I, despite being an engineer and burying my head in books and doing research and all that, I like to get out there and party a little. I was always a socialite.
Yeah, I remember many a work holiday party.
Oh yeah,
Were
no.
quite popular.
Oh yeah, big time. Man, it's amazing. I think I did more work when I was hungover than when I was ever sober.
Oh, but you remember I don't remember her name. Oh, because those memories are a part of you.
Oh, you're talking about Azala.
Yes, Azala. Remember, she was drunk and she came up with one of the best, like, I don't pretend to understand it because I'm a doctor, not an engineer. One of the best
Oh yeah,
starframe hole designs in the
yeah.
galaxy. Completely drunk.
You kind of notice at this point that he's kind of grabbing his head a little. Oh yeah, I remember that. Ugh. Can't seem to remember too much though. There was something was going on, and sorry, I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, it might be something about Cation physiology.
Yeah, maybe. No, I remember doing everything in my job. Uh, Everything transporters, EPS systems, computer programming. I did so many theories on subspace and transport mechanics. I don't know if they'll ever get around to it, but I'm pretty damn sure we could make transport beaming a thing one day. But
That would be crazy.
it'd be crazy, but isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Make fantasy into reality.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's not so much of a thing for a medical doctor, but then again, I suppose maybe curing diseases, I don't know.
We're definitely expected to be miracle workers, that's for sure.
It's a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when people's lives are on the line, it's a motivating factor, at least for me.
And when you say people's lives are on the line, he kind of grabs his head a little bit harder. Just goes, yeah. You always want to, you just want to try and protect people as best you can.
Are you sure you're doing?
You know,
Should I call the Guardian?
yeah, that might be a good thing.
And Kilani sticks her head out and Rijal,
Yes? What is it? What's wrong?
he's just having headaches, I think.
Varius, I here follow my finger, and sort of back and forth like that.
Do I need to make a roll for this, Baz? Baz?
Baz, wake up!
Sorry, I had muted myself. So far, can I get you to do an inside medicine with a focus? Difficulty 1.
Let's focus. Come on. Insight medicine. Is that right?
Should have been two dice. You only rolled 1.
But you succeeded anyways.
If you want to roll, there we go.
Yeah,
So as you look, there is definitely something going on with the memory transference. Something hasn't happened quite right, but I'm pretty sure you've got a pretty good idea what might have happened.
Oh, that's strange. But don't worry, you'll be fine. Maybe we should postpone this to another time, perhaps.
Oh, I think I'll be fine. If you could just get something for the headache, I know I can push through it.
Kilani reaches for her med kit. And pulls out a hypo spray.
Kilani, I think maybe we should postpone this. I don't think this has happened in a long time. I can't recall. I think it might be prudent to wait for another time.
Well, if you think it's best.
Yes, indeed. I'm very sorry. I don't know what happened. I'll have to study this, but it's maybe we should get back to Bryce. Maybe you should get back to Zhar now.
Oh, all right.
And then
Kilani just nods.
we do the whole rigmarole.
Yeah.
I don't have a script for them unjoining, but it happens.
Just give me another presence command check. Difficulty 2.
Yabba dabba do, you go back in the year.
Take a momentum though, because we have.
We got 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 4. Bastinito did the thing.
Or alternately, don't take a momentum. That's fine too.
We can roll with it.
Okay, so most of the memories do return back to Zhar, but there's still some stuff lingering in Mzaka. There's still that headache.
Mizaka, are you there? Are you all right?
I am ish.
Should I get a medic?
Please.
Very well. I'll be right back.
And
Screw it, I've got to grab someone.
Kalani grabs a hypo spray.
Alright,
It's fine.
give me a control medicine check. Definitely one.
Okay. Control medicine already on that. Would my xenobiology focus apply?
Yes. Okay, so another momentum, and you've dulled the pain, but you're not really sure what happened.
I'm just gonna get out my tricorder and scan.
Alright, so this will be reason... I'm gonna say science for this one.
Oh,
Well, luckily my science is pretty good. Would my xenobiology focus apply?
Yeah, your xenobiology focus will apply. Okay, so, you do... That was a difficulty one, I said, didn't it? Wasn't. Yeah, so you don't find, as you scan, you don't find anything wrong with him physically, but there is something going a bit wrong with how his brain and the memories of virus have reacted. Something you're not entirely sure exactly what happened, but there's some kind of interplay, unexpected interplay there that you aren't aware of. That it should have been just pretty much normal by the book stuff, but something's gone wrong.
And then Masaka's head spins around, he starts spewing blood from his mouth.
big what?
Growth?
I'm also going to throw out memory engrams because that's a truck no babble.
Is there anything I need to be rolling on my end?
You give me insight. Give me insight science.
Okay, I'm pretty good at this. I'm gonna take a momentum though.
Go ahead.
Alright, so, you're able... I mean, you know, you are also aware that something has gone wrong with the transference of memory engrams, but you are definitely also aware that there's some remainder of virus how do you pronounce his name? Sorry. Varius's memories that you could try to access if you wanted to.
It's like a part of him is still in here, Kilani.
That's not right. Because I have all my memories back.
This is different.
Maybe we should get you back to the Valkyrie.
I'm gonna try and access one of those memories.
Okay, give me a control command.
Difficulty?
Difficulty will be 3, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna take another momentum and then any of my focuses going to apply since he's an engineer?
Let me have a look.
I've got ship design, computers and AI research, demolitions and explosives, EPS systems, work field dynamics, and small and ground craft design.
You know what? I'm going to allow one of those focuses to apply.
Okay. And I'm rolling. Oh yeah.
Okay, so you thinking about what your experiences are as an engineer, some of the explosives and ordnance you've built trigger some kind of vision. You see your hands, but it's not your hands because they're unfurled. They're humanoid hands going through some kind of torpedo case. There's some kind of device that you're manipulating that you recognize as some kind of explosive. You're not entirely sure exactly what it is, but it's definitely not happy fun time.
I just reach out for Kilani. Kilani, did Varius do any weapons research as far as you know?
As far as I know,
Yes.
no. He was an expert in subspace dynamics and warp field theory.
Then why do I have a memory of him rummaging through a torpedo?
I don't know.
Kilani, we should get back to the Valkyrie.
Agreed.
So the two of Kilani, you support Mzaka as the two of you make your way back to the rest of the group. It's pretty obvious once you get out there that to the remaining of the party that something went wrong. It's Mzaka's not looking well.
Whiskers are drooping, ears are bent.
I'm so sorry. They told me that alien physiology wouldn't be a problem.
It's fine, Kilani.
At this point, I'm approaching both of them. Kilani, Mizaka. What seems to be
We
the
need to
problem?
go. Something with a memory transference. I don't know what happened. I can't seem to explain it. But we need to get back to the ship.
Acknowledged. Away team to Valkyrie.
Valkyrie here.
There's some random we left on the
Yeah, it's some random. There's the operations officer, actually. Operations manager that is there.
Hey, that means you.
Jenny?
Wait, do what?
I was completely cut off. Sorry. Chara here, or Valkyrie here.
No, you're on the planet with us.
Lieutenant Lorin is on the planet. This is Journey's supporting
Right,
character.
Shut up.
Valkyrie here.
Beam Dr. Zhar and Lieutenant Commander Mizaka to sickbay. Medical emergency.
You should come too, so should Loren, and probably the captain too.
Very well.
Of course.
Valkyrie, please acknowledge.
Of course, Lieutenant Commander.
This is when I come up with two medics. I'm like, wait, you mustn't take him. We need to
Being away.
Okay, can I just I'm not gonna worry about a beaming out roll for this.
From a Federation planet to a Federation starship.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mzaka and the doctor and Safan all beam directly to the sick bay.
Zaka just lays himself immediately onto like the table.
And Kilani starts up the diagnostics on the bio bed.
What's happened? What's going on?
I wish I knew.
All right, someone give me bullet points. What happened in there?
We did the memory transference like we did with Lieutenant Commander Safan and Lieutenant Commander Zareth. The transference was successful, but then he started getting headaches. We had to end the ritual, and
There's a part of Zhar in me still.
Oh, I hate telepathy.
Loren's eyes get a little big. Okay, never had that heard of that before.
There's memories that I don't think Various Zhar was aware of, or if they suppressed them or something. They weren't trying to. It's like part of them didn't want to go with the rest of them.
All right, I'm assuming that something like this probably doesn't happen too often.
no, the commission assured me that the Jantora ritual was universal, that it didn't matter what species the other host would be.
Did he say anything about maybe this has happened before or not?
Not really, but I didn't ask.
Doctor, which host is this? Which one went into our chief engineer?
My most previous host, Various.
Various, what kind of person were they?
He was also an engineer. He was outgoing, social.
A lot like you.
Maybe the connection isn't. Maybe the problem isn't his heritage. Maybe the fact is Mimzaka is also an engineer. Maybe he latched onto something.
I don't know if it was. I was letting it go. I wasn't doing anything.
Well, what is it you still have in you? You said memories, or was it like actually part of a personality?
Memories.
Okay, it's about this time that Captain, that your comm badge beeps. You're getting a message from the bridge that the Trill hosting the ceremony wants Mzaka back on planet to be dealt with Trill doctors.
One moment. Doctor, can I borrow your office?
Go ahead. Tell
Thank
them
you.
I am a Trill doctor.
Alright, I head over to the office and I initiate communication with the surface. This is Captain Titochesco.
Captain, this is Rajal. I was performing the Jantara on your officers, and there was some sort of complication, but they disappeared. I think it would be best if we beam them back and we can look after him down here. We are specialists at this sort of thing.
We also have a specialist up here on our ship. Dr. Zhar used to be a member of the Symbiosis Commission. I think she has an idea of what's going on.
I'm aware of that, Captain, but we have the equipment necessary for this sort of thing. I mean, we've been doing this for a very long time.
Then perhaps you could describe to me what's happening to my chief engineer at this moment.
I don't know if I can explain it. There was some sort of mind transfer error of some kind. It's not very common, and I don't know if your officer was a Cation or not, but that's why we wish to study him further so that this won't happen again.
With respect, my chief engineer is not a science project.
I understand that, but this is important. We are, you know, the Federation is expanding, and there are many new species. So maybe perhaps your engineer would be able to would help us prevent this from happening again.
I'm afraid now that he is under advisement. I'm afraid his physician does have final call in this matter.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Valkyrie out. And I
Shut
just cut off the connection first. And I walk back to the setting room. Well, look, they already tried to drag you back to the surface one time.
I think I have an idea why.
Do tell.
The memory I'm able to access. It's a Varius working on some sort of weapon.
I don't have any memories of Mariah's working on any weapons projects. He was a professor at the Trill Polytechnic Institute. Very well regarded for his research in subspace.
That's why I asked both of you to come up, and Loren obviously to monitor my psychological well-being.
Loren, Dr. Zhar, is there any evidence, any cases of repressed memories in Trill and Trill symbiotes?
Is there a thing I can roll to figure that out?
To do.
Would Kilani have heard through the grapevine about Dax?
I'm gonna say do a roll. Let's do. I'm gonna say insight. Medicine.
Remember that the whole Dax issue also came up with a huge revelation about Trill society.
Yeah, so that.
She would necessarily know about the revelation, but you know, having been in the Symbiosis Commission, she probably does know that fact already. But she probably knows. She probably still talks to people in the Symbiosis Commission. It's just whether or not that has come down the pipe yet.
Yeah. Give me a. It'll be a difficulty. I'm gonna say difficulty 2 check insight medicine.
Okay. Would my
cultural studies or behavioral analysis?
I'm gonna allow cultural studies. Are you going to be assisting, or are you going to do your own role?
I can assist.
Okay, so for you it'll be reason medicine.
Yeah, because you're
I
digging
don't think
through
any
them.
of my focuses would apply. Maybe genetics. I don't think so.
No, this is more like knowing who would have the medical knowledge that you would need to talk to for the information you want. So, okay. And
Nice.
so there we go. So you have heard of was Duran, the whole Duran incident with Dax, with the Dax symbiont.
One of our more well-known symbionts, long-lived, named Dax, had a host. The symbiont was stolen and implanted into a host that was not properly vetted. In fact, they were a psychopath, and the memories of that host were buried in order to protect the Dax symbiont and the next host.
Could something similar have happened here?
It's possible.
There is one difference. I know this is Varius's memory.
You're saying he was involved in weapons technologies?
I just have a memory of him working on a device inside a torpedo casing.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go into my office. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Hang on. Safan. Okay, so can we cross-reference what era this host lived in? Like out of character.
So you would know the it would be in some kind of public documentation when this host was had the Zhar symbiont.
They weren't that long ago though, because the immediate prior host.
Like Enterprise C era, probably.
Okay.
Probably a little later than that, even.
So early
Yeah.
D.
Not early
In
D.
between.
Yeah,
Okay, the in-between eras.
yeah. Like when they first started using the TNG Season 1 uniform in Uniforce.
Okay, Kalani. So about, let's say at least, they said Kalani has been joined for 9 years. Probably about what, 10 to 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If we got you a picture of the torpedo casing, do you think you could recognize it?
Well, torpedo casings are kind of universal. The device on the inside would be probably more useful for identification.
Do you are able to make a sketch of that, any kind of image, so we can cross-reference?
Baz, am I capable of doing that?
Give me a control engineering check. Gonna say difficulty 3.
Okay, taking a momentum. I'm assuming one of my design focuses will apply here.
Yes, I will give you that.
All right. And
Give you some momentum to re-roll. I'd say that was a good time.
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so spending 2 to re-roll.
That one.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're able to spend a bit of time drawing what you see with a salient, with the things that stood out for you as the most important engineering wise. The shapes, the designs, what connected to what, and how it was all constructed. So you're able to generate a pretty good image as you work on that.
I'm gonna pass that over to Safan. Tell him cross-reference this with known weapon designs. Obviously, centered around this point in time. If you hit a robot, let me know. I'll give you my authorization.
There's something familiar about it, though, for me. This is me as the commander speaking. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it. I know I've seen something about this somewhere in my research.
Reverse Google image search time.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
You can
As
narrow it down to torpedoes, at least.
so, how are you? Like, what databases are you searching?
Probably the Federation Weapons Database.
Yeah.
All right.
Unclassified and classified levels.
All right. Give me a reason security check. I'm going to say another difficulty 3.
Would I be able to assist using my higher authorization?
I will do that. Give me reason command.
Perfect.
Okay, Baz?
Yep.
I'd like to take a momentum, and does my shipboard tactical systems focus apply here?
No, but I will allow the Valkyrie itself to assist as well. This will be a computer's, computer security.
Why don't you roll that, Journey?
Alright, I can do that.
Okay, there's 2 from me. There's 3.
It was computers what?
Security. Alright, so you got the 3. But while you're doing that, Captain, you also get another comm badge There's another message coming in for Priority 1 from Starfleet.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm actually gonna have to find a priority one from Starfleet. Shit, I might actually have to go to the bridge.
If you'd like, Captain, my office is just right across the hall. You could use it if you...
Please, thank you. Yeah, and I'm going to head over to Loren's office.
Alright, so you head over to Liren's office, you give your command code, and you see a Starfleet Admiral. Is just, for a brief moment, as the visual comes on, he's sort of staring you down. Trying...
Admiral.
We have just recently received a complaint from Trill that something about not following the customs of the Trill. Can you please explain to me what is happening on the Valkyrie, Captain?
Had to play that card, didn't you? Admiral, we seem to have a bit of a medical emergency happening. There's attempting of a ritual, or some kind of telepathic ceremony that would have allowed previous Trill hosts to occupy...
Yes, I'm very well aware of the Jintara. Please get to the salient points.
Alright. Something happened with my chief engineer when the Jintara wasn't entirely severed. Currently, he has, it feels like memories that aren't his currently within the system. My chief medical officer is currently looking at him. She used to be a member of the Symbiosis Commission.
And for what particular reason are you forbidding access by skilled individuals in terms of the ritual itself?
I have reason to believe that the memories involved may institute some kind of security matter.
Explain.
Specifically weapons development.
That how does the memories of this individual relate to this Rajal, I believe his name was?
Well, Rajal was apparently an engineer.
No, Varius is the engineer. Viral's
right,
the
yeah.
Trill.
Well, who's Rajal then?
Fark.
Guardian.
Okay. As it stands, sir, I'm not entirely sure what is or isn't classified in terms of these memories. So until we have a better handle on that, I'm hesitant to return him the Trill.
Well, until give me a presence command.
Damn straight.
I was
Is
gonna
he trying
say.
to intimidate me in any way?
Like the
Not
whole
at the
series.
moment. Not at the moment. Just give me a. He's trying to assess you. Seeing if he believes you. So give me a difficulty 3. Presence command.
Ooh. Okay, difficulty 3 presence command. I'm assuming command presence is a focus I can
Command presence will apply.
Alright, can I use my value? If I have to be a leader, then God help us all, I will be.
I will accept that.
Okay.
Ted, you Cisco that Admiral.
Alright. Let's do this. And presence, that's that. Hell yeah. that's
Okay,
five.
Successes.
so that's a total of 5 successes, so you get 2 momentum. And the Admiral just stares at you. You can tell he's thinking, but he doesn't say anything for a few seconds as he processes everything. Very well. For now, he will Mzaka will remain in your custody, but as soon as the potential security matters are identified and resolved, I do expect the return of Lieutenant Commander Mzaka to Trill for the assistance of not only him, as multiple resources, medical resources, are available on Trill and specialists in this field, but this is also a Trill matter, and you are on Trill, and so I expect local customs to be abided by. Do you have anything to respond to with that?
No, Admiral. Absolutely, we should respect any member of the Federation.
Very well. Let me know what conclusions you have come to regarding the security, and I will keep our troll friends informed of the progress.
Absolutely.
And the screen just goes blank.
And then we start being shot at.
Oh, that little
You know it's Star Trek when some dickbag admiral gets involved.
Yep. Luckily, we're good at handling dickbag animals.
Alright, so Safan, you
Yes.
do find it's a confidential weapon. It's basically a subspace disruption. A weapon designed to.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna transfer the data onto a pad and take it over to Misaka.
Oh, those are illegal.
Yeah, they are illegal as fuck. Commander, I believe I have located the device you saw in the memory engram. And I hand him the pad.
Motherfucker.
This would not be the first time the Trill Symbiosis Commission was engaged directly or indirectly with unethical research.
That's an understatement, Safan.
And Kilani comes out of her office at the motherfucker, and she goes, "What? What did you find out?"
Kilani? Zhar may have built weapons of mass destruction.
What kind of weapons of mass destruction?
Subspace weapons.
Those are banned by the Khitomer Accords.
Yes, they are.
I swear to God, I did not know.
I just take Kilani's hand as she's kind of reacting to this.
As at this point, the captain comes out. I swear to God, was the Symbiosis Commission always this pushy?
Why
It
do you
gets
find
worse.
that?
I gotta look at the read the room a little bit. What happened?
Captain, we've identified the device.
Okay.
It's a
Sub-
subspace weapon.
Terrific. How bad are we talking?
Bad. Can I actually make a? Can I actually make a roll?
I don't actually know the extent of his involvement, or if he said anything to anyone. I don't know anything about it. Maybe it might be worth doing a memory regression on either myself or Imzaka.
No offense, Doctor, but I believe memory regression is probably what started this.
There is another option that may be available to us if we do not wish to avail ourselves of the Guardian on the planet's surface.
I don't think it's a good idea right now, so.
Indeed.
Well, Loren can perform a regression.
I don't
know
know.
what Stefan's talking about.
It's
I
not
don't
wrong.
believe that's what he's talking about either.
And I don't believe it's the right move anyways. They obviously were trying to repress this memory. It didn't take. And Zhar isn't whole until these memories are returned, if I remember my cultural studies.
Well,
Which was to be the body of my suggestion.
far be it from me to start talking about a subject I don't know much about, but I've heard cases where multi-person mind melds occurred.
We did one such meld when we encountered the mirror universe betazoids.
Captain, before we
But no, I'm not talking about a memory repression. A memory regression, which is supposed to bring forth memories that are repressed.
Yes, but aren't the memories currently in the commander?
Yes, but only in bits. We don't have the full picture.
Well, it's not going to work unless you have the full picture, otherwise you're just going to get static.
And I have to agree that these memories have to come forward, and beyond that, I am probably the best person to understand and analyze them and to get a full picture. Not just for Kilani, but for everyone involved.
Agreed.
What's can I do like a mental check on Mazaka?
Do a insight medicine with a focus. If you want to oppose Mzaka.
Would I be a person with control command?
Well, it's up to you if you want to oppose or not.
I'm not going to oppose.
Okay, then it'll be a difficulty 1. Alright, so what does Lieutenant see about your current mental state?
He is very confident that he wants to get to the bottom of it. And overall, Mazaka seems a lot more stable than he usually does.
Okay. I don't see any problem with going ahead with anything now, but I'd like to at least be present with whatever happens so I can keep an eye on Mazaka.
I'm just going to insist on whatever goes down on the planet, at least one observer.
Far bait from me, I think it might be a good idea if we conduct this this linking here on the ship rather than on the planet.
Agreed.
And also, obviously, just have everyone having a... Doc, what do you call it? Those scanners you place on foreheads?
Cortical simulators. Cortical monitors.
Cortical monitors, thank you. Yeah, everyone, obviously.
It's a neck thingy.
Yes. And I hate to say this, but we have to do this sooner rather than later. I already got a call from an admiral about a complaint from the Symbiosis Commission.
That was fast.
Yes, it was.
I don't like this.
Captain, permission to speak freely.
Oh, feel free.
I believe I can speak for everyone present in this room when I say the Symbiosis Commission can go to hell.
And then they can die.
Point of order, do we actually know the full extent of their failings yet? Out of character, do we actually know the full extent of their failings?
We know that they repressed Dax's memories, and that's all we've heard.
Yeah.
But we also know Kalani's past history with them.
Yes, that's true.
That's true. Okay. Alright, back in. Then yeah. How much time do you need to set this up?
Who are you talking to? I think everyone's...
Oh, sorry, I was looking at Safon.
Oh. I could be ready in a matter of moments, provided that Kilani and Commander Mazaka are also prepared.
Kalani just nods once.
I'll look over to Mazaka.
Okay. But if you sense anything going wrong, to protect both Zhar, myself, and these memories, abort it.
Very well.
And you can only bring a maximum of 2 people in there?
I just hold both of my hands up.
Yeah, I just thought it worth asking.
And with that, I'll initiate the meld with Kilani first. figuring this will probably be easier since we're a little bit more familiar.
All
Let's
right.
get some analyzers on you guys first.
Yeah.
You can track your brain patterns.
Yeah, Kilani definitely puts those
Yeah.
on.
It's
All
also
right.
kind of like a jumper cable where like you're hooking it up to the ground first before you hook up to the live wire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make you roll to applying those because it'll be a difficulty 0 task. You can if you want to,
How-
but
However, I do have to point out that they are an opportunity item, so they're going to cost 2 threat for us to get them, or 2 momentum.
2 momentum.
Spend it.
Yeah.
Well,
go for it.
like I
On the
think
other hand, we are in sick bay.
you are in sick bay, so I'm going to nullify the momentum. I would take that if you're on an away mission, but because you're basically home base in sick bay,
Okay.
You
I'm
are a kind and generous GM, Daz.
except when I'm evil.
Right? That's next week. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so yeah, the first mind meld set up with Kilani, and then I'll reach out to Mazaka. My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Okay,
Fucking mind meld music starts playing in the background.
And then you hear from Mazaka's head a bongo monkey.
so the mind meld with Kilani goes smoothly without any resistance. Your previous your relationship and the previous mind meld have already really just smoothed the way.
It's like meeting an old friend.
Yeah.
Well, maybe more than. Anyway. How about the meld with Mazaka?
I'm gonna make you do a roll for that. Give me a presence or control. I'm gonna make a control command.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
This will just be a 1.
Okay. In that case, I will just make the roll. Do I have? Does my composure focus apply?
No, I don't think so. Not in this case.
After I fuck up this roll, it'll apply for sure, though. 2 successes.
Yeah, momentum. So you're able to successfully establish the mind meld, and you're drawn in this weird mindscape where it's 3 of you. But
you really should put some decor in here. It's kind of empty.
Right?
And do you have a particular preference?
Big smartasses.
I see.
Don't take it personally.
okay, give me an insight security check. Someone. Everyone else can support them.
My insight is 9, but my security is 4, so it's 13 for me. You guys any better?
I am
Mine-
literally matched.
Mine be 12.
Okay. You guys mind assisting me on this one?
I will
assist you.
assist.
Okay.
I'll
Or
assist.
you'll assist.
Yeah, I've got slightly better stats.
Observation focus, Baz?
What other focuses do you have?
Espionage, infiltration, composure, hand phasers, and shipboard tactical systems.
It's sort of. Yeah, no, actually, I will allow observation in this case. It's different kind of observation, but I will allow it.
For Mazaka, would my warp field dynamics apply since this is a subspace device?
What I'm trying to accomplish here is you trying to find the essence of various between your memories of him.
Okay.
So if you can tell me how that might help find him.
because Mazaka thinks like an engineer, and Varias was an engineer, so thinking the way an engineer would through these memories, and so he's trying to use that as a way of like touchstoning, bridging.
All right, I will allow you switch to let's say inside engineering with that focus.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, ready when you are, Don.
Okay, and you're assisting, or am I assisting?
You're assisting.
Okay. Well, then you go ahead and make the roll.
No. Wait, you're. Yes,
You're assisting.
Yes, I'm assisting.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Let me do this.
Oh!
I would like to re.
Brief memory of Mazaka checking out Ted's ass.
I just got this weird spike on the monitors. Is there anything unusual?
Okay, that's better.
I mean, no, it looks fine. Residual stuff.
Alright.
All right, so okay, and
But I burned 2 momentum for the reroll.
okay. So that would be Needham, Zaka, and the assists from Mzaka and the Doctor.
No, I took the.
He rolled
Oh,
a 2 for
oh,
his,
you
he
told-
rolled 2
okay,
successes
yeah.
for his assist.
All right,
Yeah.
so you got the two. You got it. Okay, cool. Sorry. Yeah. So as you look around and try and focus on these memories on Various, you actually see a mental representation of Various sort of walk into the mindscape. It's like suddenly he's there. You didn't see him approach, but he's just there, and you're able to. Seems like you've got someone to talk to.
Arias, welcome. I am Safan. This is Kilani. This is Mazaka.
I am aware. Do you want to?
Do you want me to handle it?
Yeah. Do you handle that, Brian?
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is new.
Not all of you transferred at the end of the Jantara ritual. Part of you remained within Mazaka.
I know that. And yet, I don't want to remember this. I don't remember any of this. I don't want to.
Don't want to remember what.
What I did.
None of us are here to judge you for what happened.
No, but I can judge myself. Kilani, I don't want you to remember this. I don't want Zhar to remember this. This is something every host after me is going to have to carry for the rest of their lives. I don't want that to be my legacy.
What was it?
Me and Azala, we were building subspace weapons. A lot of us from the university. I wanted to report it. I really did. But all the people who were working on it, they were good people. I wasn't going to ruin their careers for this.
So you knew and you didn't do anything.
I did something. Few adjustments here, made sure those weapons didn't work. Did what I could. Don't know if anyone counteracted my sabotage.
I'm trying to decide if you're a war criminal. If I'm a war criminal.
Kilani.
You're not Kilani. Me, Varius, was. But I had to do something to at least make sure that the research didn't get out there.
A dead man cannot be tried.
But don't you see, it wasn't just Varius, it was Zhar.
Remember what I said to you during the Jantara? How I made damn sure me and Zhar had a level of separation?
Zhar never knew.
I always made an effort to keep as much of this away from Zhar. They remember, but they were passive in it. That was my knowledge. That was my research, not Zhar's.
But it could still fall back on the symbiote.
No. The commission made sure that wouldn't happen. That's why you didn't remember.
That's wrong.
It is not the first time the Commission has engaged in unethical conduct.
It's not about unethical conduct. It's about making sure that innocent people aren't paying for someone else's crime. The thing about what we are as joined Trills, part of who we are carries on to the next one, but we are not that person. Is the child of any unjoined Trill responsible for their crime? That's what you are. That's the way of the joined Trill. You have my memories, you have my knowledge, and yes, you now have this. But it's a warning. It's something to learn from. And it's something you can teach others to not follow.
Why did you do it?
At first, it was just research. It was just investigation into subspace development, seeing how we could better interface with subspace. And then it snowballed. One piece of modification to the research here, one discovery there. Next thing you know, you're creating a WMD. You don't walk down this path with one big step. It's a lot of little ones. And each one on their own seems justified.
Kilani just, she kind of just sits down and puts her head in her hands.
And Varius walks over, puts his arm around Kilani. Look. It's not going to change the past. But you can learn from this and use it to change the future.
I suppose that's all I can do.
It's not what you can do. It's what you must do.
Faraya. Oh, sorry.
I wish I'd never gone home.
I'm gonna let you understand something. I don't want absolution from you. Every bit of anguish you're feeling, that's how I felt every day when I realized what I was doing. But you have to remember that this is what it means to be Trill. To be a joined Trill, you don't just bring that wealth of knowledge and the good times. Bring baggage. Our sins, the people we lost, grief, anger, frustration, sadness.
And as much as the happiness and the joy in our lives, that is the sadness and the anger that define our experiences and make us who we are.
Improvises just kind of gets onto his knees in front of Kilani. You don't learn anything by doing things right. I made a mistake, a humongous mistake. You get to learn from it.
But how do I learn to forgive you? Forgive myself.
You won't. Forgiveness is often about others. Makes them feel good. You learn from this because you'll never forgive me or Zhar. And that's the payment for mistakes. You ever hold on to something and that you regret and you never let yourself let go of it, no matter how hard you try? That's what it is to be joined. Lifetimes of those memories. But I know you're strong enough to handle it.
I think I need to
I know.
be alone now.
Farias, are you ready to rejoin with Zhar?
Well, do you actually have the ability to do that?
We are all in a mind meld at the moment.
Yeah, but you're mind melding with Kilani, not Zhar.
I still have your.
What was that, Sarah? You kind of cut out.
I still have your memories. It's just, I think some of them got duplicated.
Not these ones. Not the ones of this incident. And Zhar needs to carry those. They are my big regret. And as much as I don't want it, they are my legacy. Without them, Zhar will not be complete. You'll have to return to the Symbiosis Commission.
Haven't they betrayed me enough?
They were trying to protect you. These feelings that you're having right now, they didn't want you to experience.
They wanted to protect Zhar.
Yeah.
And they may have wanted to protect this secret as well.
Secret that has been brought to light of day.
No thanks to you.
I had nothing to do with suppressing my memories. But you have the opportunity now to really experience who I was. Kilani, don't sit in self-pity. This is who I was, who Zhar is, and part of who you are. And it has been since you were joined. Nothing's changed.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, but it's kind of boring.
We are all better for knowing precisely who we are, even if the news is unwelcome in the moment.
Kilani just swallows and nods.
All I have to say, Lonnie, is you will get through this. What's the expression? Physician, heal thyself.
I don't have anything more to say to you.
And Varias just kind of fades away.
Kilani, Masaka, are you ready?
Oh, ready as I'll ever be.
I'll break the meld.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you do a roll, but you do suddenly find yourself back in the middle of sick bay. As everyone else watched, the monitors did peak occasionally, but nothing out of with expected nothing unsafe, nothing biologically dangerous, or nothing more than strong emotion would register.
Kilani doesn't say anything and just opens a tricorder to make sure Mzaka's okay.
He's
What
fine.
What happened in there?
A reckoning, Captain.
Okay, can you put that in less literary terms?
He told Kilani everything.
Okay.
We're gonna have to go back to the planet to rejoin the memories.
Okay. But first, what is everything?
It was a research project that went out of control. It started off harmless.
What was the end result?
Ted, when you were at DTI, did you ever have to change directions? Change how you did research? Until it wasn't what you originally wanted to do?
Once or twice. Yeah, just kind of looks away and breaks eye contact for a little bit.
Been there, done that.
But there wasn't any weapon detonation tests or anything like that.
No, not as far as I can remember. He tried to sabotage the project at the very least.
What is that?
But he never told anyone.
Would you?
Yes.
He was watching out for people he cared about.
You might also be concerned about the symbiote.
I don't think he was as concerned about Zhar as he was about everyone around him. Which may have included Zhar for all I know. I don't really fully grasp his psyche. I think that's something for Kilani to figure out.
Alright.
Kilani just closes the tricorder and puts it down. Doesn't really say anything. You're going to be alright.
Kilani, are you going to be alright?
Safan.
She will be.
Kalani just she takes off her white medical coat and puts it on her chair in her office and just leaves without a word. Leaves sick bay.
I'm gonna follow her out.
I'm gonna put a hand on Safon's shoulder. Just gonna shake my head.
Stefan raises an eyebrow and then just nods.
All right. And I'm pointing at both Stefan and Zaka. I'm gonna need reports from you two, ASAP.
Oh yeah, they're coming.
I would suggest, Captain, reading Mizaka's report. It would be unethical of me to divulge the occurrences in a mind meld.
Well, you don't have to describe what happened to Mind Meld, but I do need descriptions of the weapon.
With that, I just motion toward Mizaka and Commander the datapad.
I'm already on it, Captain.
All right. But yeah, no, seriously, Stefan, just give her some time.
I get it.
Give me a reason engineering for the report, Zaka.
Alright, I'm spending that last momentum.
Feel free.
Go for it.
Reason engineering, do any of my focus apply here?
Yeah, I'm gonna say your design stuff, or your explosive stuff, or any number of other stuff. Oh yeah, this
You are in your element, sir.
Wow. Okay.
you have thoroughly described. Not everything. Not only the weapon, but the sabotage and everything else you remember about from the memories of Various.
It's at a point where it's kind of scary, where you think you could probably reproduce the weapon himself.
Uh-huh.
Like just from his experience with starship design. You're
Not
pretty.
enough of weapons design.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, but that starship design does lead into particularly engine design. Does lead into that very well.
Mazaka is using all of that knowledge he got working under Cisco.
And it is quite a sobering report.
Oh, Command's gonna love this one.
Just out of curiosity, how much momentum did I just earn from that roll?
You earned 2. Well, yeah, just it was going to be a sliding scale 1 to 3 for the actual report. See how well the report was, and
2. Okay.
That's still more than it's still good. Quite a lot for us. All right. You don't think there's any lingering effects? I mean, obviously we're gonna get you back down the Trill.
There's only... Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
There is one. Rice is a lot like you.
In what regard?
The, excessively social extrovert.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. All right.
I didn't mean the other thing, no.
Okay. Yeah. No. Like. Yeah. No, I don't go around building weapons.
As far as I know, anyways.
Not weapons. Anyway. Oh, get around.
Mizaka just, openly laughs at that.
I feel at this point we should probably be cutting away to maybe Dr. Zhar.
Yeah, definitely Dr. Zhar.
What are you going to be up to once you walk away from sick bay?
Kalani's just going to go to her quarters and pout until it's time to go down the Trill.
Yeah, we'll give the doc about 30 minutes before we before the captain calls her over to transporter room 1.
Okay, so I take it before you head down, you send a report back to the Admiral.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and you inform Rijal that you're coming back down.
Yes.
Okay.
I also inform Rajal that the information we found may be of a very sensitive nature, and that we're probably going to need at least someone with a pretty high security clearance.
Okay.
I don't think the Guardians actually interface with any of the memories. They just
Oh, they don't? Okay, then no, never mind. I won't mention that part at all.
yeah, they're just conduits.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, come on.
No, Fark, we don't need you building weapons of mass destruction. No.
Again.
That burrito was enough.
Here's a good burrito.
All right, so you bring back down to Trill. Rijal there is there. He doesn't particularly look happy to see it. Doesn't particularly look happy as you beam down.
The humans have a saying, die mad about it.
Hey, Rajal.
Captain, who's there?
Oh, hell, the gang's all here.
I see.
Including Lasan's cardboard cutout.
The part of the song will be played by.
This piece of cardboard.
Oh, and Roxon. Roxon's
Yeah.
there.
Yes, Roxanne's absolutely there.
Captain, I assume that you have received our complaint.
Oh, certainly. I was also very correct.
Were you now?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
There's going to be
Seems-
some words had with the Symbiosis Commission, I assure you.
really?
Yes. And Ted just gets incredibly serious for a moment.
We'll see about that. I'm
I'm sure we will.
Now, this is not
A warning to you.
what.
The last person who betrayed me in the Symbiosis Commission is now behind bars.
And the last person who betrayed Captain Tedesco got their ship blown up.
And Safan just kind of smirks.
Well, I'm not in.
Blowing up. And I point over to Safan.
We're not in a ship right now, and you should watch your tongue. Perhaps you and your entire crew are in violation of Starfleet General Law Order 3.
And you, the Symbiosis Commission, let's just say violated the Kittimer Accords.
That is
And-
not the offer right now. You will be taken. You, Mazathication, you will be taken for study. And you, Zhar.
You know what? Mazaka's gonna get a little physical here. Claws out.
You really want to try that?
It's just it's showing up all of those sharp teeth, and the claws are out. Straight up predator mode.
Gentlemen, please. Perhaps merely a change of vocabulary is in order. Lieutenant Nzaka will willingly submit himself for study to ensure that this doesn't happen again. Dr. Zhar will supervise, and Rajal will keep his fat mouth shut.
Dr. Zhar will be taken under our consultation. If you truly cherish the laws of Starfleet, you will comply.
I look over to the doctor.
Who has gone silent?
She doesn't have anything to say.
Doctor, I'm not going to force you to do anything here.
Counteroffer. You put the memories back in Jar, and we never talk about this again.
Oh, It's not that simple. You see,
Make it simple.
oh no. The legacy of the symbionts will not be tarnished by the likes of you.
We're not going to tarnish their legacy. We're merely going to remind the that if they keep doing shit like this, they will be the ones tarnishing the legacy of the symbionts.
That is not how we do things here.
I'm gonna take Rajal aside for a
How
moment.
much of the Trill population knows who can be joined?
That is none of your concern.
I know. I used to work for the Symbiosis Commission.
I know. And we put... You would join with Zhar for a reason. And that reason has not come the way that we wanted. Baz, do I have guards with me?
You can if you want.
I do.
I'm sorry, what's going on here?
We are escalating with the real speed.
No, specifically with what Dr. Zhar said.
Did you know, Captain? Over half of the population of Trill are candidates for joining, but the Symbiosis Commission says that it's only a small percentage that is capable of joining.
Only the best and the brightest of the Trill.
And you ensure that. And you can continue to ensure that.
Or we could just tell everyone if you decide to continue with
So
dickish
you're,
behavior.
you're telling me you have a planet-wide conspiracy that's lying to your own people?
If you continue down this path, there will be a problem. You are all
Yes,
in
there will be
violation.
a problem.
You are all in violation of General Order 3 of your Starfleet.
Dax knows, don't they?
Dax, who knows? Dax, don't bring her up to this.
Rajal, we already have two cases going on here. One involves let's see, oh yeah, construction of subspace weaponry, which is both very, very illegal and in violation of a very important treaty. Second, we have what seems to be a planet-wide conspiracy going on here, which I believe is grounds for being kicked out of the Federation.
There's no conspiracy. This was a mistake. Guards,
You take one more step, and I'll be arresting you and these two.
oh, you wish to violate General Order 3 again?
I will be enforcing General Order 1.
These orders of yours. You are on my planet, and you will follow us.
And you are with my people, under my command.
You came down here by your own accord. You are here on Trill by our discretion.
And we will leave as soon as you put these memories back in Zhar.
Oh, I don't think so.
Rashal, shut the fuck up for a moment.
Well then, in which case the memories are now mine, and I am under no obligation to keep your secrets.
Very well. Then we shall fix the problem.
Shut
Guards, would you
No.
please take them?
Everyone stop for one moment. Look, I hate to say this, but right now, whatever's going on with the conspiracy on Trill, that's not our problem. Alright? That's something to come up maybe with the Federation Council. I don't care. The whole issue with subspace weaponry is, again, not our problem. That'll be taken up with the Federation Starfleet at a later date. All I care right now is making sure my crew members are healthy and safe. Alright? What you seem to care about is just making sure that that a symbiote is healthy and safe. Now, it seems like both of our objectives are the same, so as long as we can stop waving our dicks around, we can actually get something done that's mutually beneficial to all parties. So you stop waving your authority around, and I will stop waving my authority around, and maybe we can get something done.
You have no authority here. You are on my planet. You will follow our rules.
I'm sorry, I didn't believe you were the first minister of all of a sudden.
And besides that, you are a member of the Federation. You have to follow Federation law. Which
I speak on the authority of the Trill Council.
Don't make me call them. I can call them.
yeah, you can call them.
Vijal, we all want the same thing here, all right?
No.
Like she'll...
We don't
No.
want the same thing. You, Mizaka, and Zhar, you will come with us. And you, Captain, who considered... And who are you to just ignore your own orders? The Federation will hear this. We are an entire planet. We are Trill. You are what? One ship? One captain? Do you think that the Federation would throw away diplomacy with an entire planet just for one captain and one ship? Do you really think that's what would happen?
Baz, can I do an insight check on this?
You may. Are you going to pose? Firstly, what specifically are you trying to find out with this check?
Well, with the memories I've got of Marias and me, I'm trying to like analyze him from a Trill point of view. Like just that little bit of it there to see past why all this bluster.
Oh, is this his personal fuck up and he's trying to cover it up?
Okay. If you want to oppose that Rajal, let me know.
Yes, of course.
All right. So for Rajal, it'll be control command. For Mzaka, it'll be insight command.
All right, I'm taking a momentum for an extra die.
Feel free.
Go for it.
Hey, Baz.
Yes.
While they're doing this, I would like to covertly. I'd like to covertly calm the Valkyrie and have them establish a transport lock on the away team.
Okay, give me a difficulty to control security on that.
And Baz, I would like to use one of my values
Okay, what
to
value?
reroll. Almost walk the path to peace, or protect the ones you care about with your life. Either one will.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow that to work. You get to reroll all three if you want to.
Loren would like to make a roll to determine how close this Trill is to snapping and sticking guards on us, or having someone open fire on us.
Well, he is blatantly being interrupted, almost in stopping the actual order. So, he is definitely on the cusp. He's just needs that little bit more, and he's going. And yeah.
Sorry, Baz. What am I rolling?
So you would be control security.
Okay,
Difficulty 2.
espionage focus.
Espionage focus will apply.
Okay, I'm going to use my value here. Always prepared, always vigilant.
Okay.
So that gives me 2 successes plus 3 more.
Damn, nice.
Oh shit.
Okay.
And I beat Fark in the roll, so
So
Wait, is that good?
this is not going to end well for you.
so
You should have rolled another die. You're only on 1 die right now.
Yeah.
Only 2 minimum.
Oh.
if you want to, you can take a threat for a third die as well. So you can roll 2, an additional 2 if you want to do that.
Yeah, just roll like 1 or 2 different die.
I'm sorry. What do I got this control command.
3
So
dice.
on the task roll, you were supposed to have 2, but you had only 1 select.
Yeah, you should be defaulting to 2 die.
Oh.
So-
Okay.
so,
Should
but-
I reroll or just
but-
roll another one?
Roll
Just roll
another
another
2. Roll another 2 because I'm giving you another die with threat.
Okay.
To match me. Ooh.
Okay, so this technically is meant to go towards the active player. So this is
Mine. I win.
yes. So, as far as Trill analysis of this guy, he is basically, from what you can tell, he's probably involved with a cover-up.
Oh. You were the one who suppressed the memory.
We did no such thing.
Yes, you did. I remember.
How could you remember?
They're coming back.
Rajal, are you saying you were aware of some space weaponry development on Trill and said nothing?
Do you want me to list the number of Federation laws and Trill laws that breaks?
Rajal, you're aware that as a Starfleet officer, I have authority to arrest you if you violate Federation law.
It's over.
What Jar did was unconscionable.
Absolutely.
I wanted to keep it quiet.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, you couldn't have this scandal breaking out.
We wouldn't want the symbionts have been perfect.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
not something that we wanted to find out.
Sure.
The
And he would have
symbionts-
gotten away with it except for us meddling kids.
Starfleet.
Captain, we are all adults.
And the symbiont wants to remember. These memories it's dragging up. They're guiding its judgment. It's like any of us. The symbionts aren't perfect. But they can learn from their mistakes too. Let Zhar learn.
It will not be me.
No, it won't.
I resign my commission.
Good.
I don't want to. I am not. This was not how I wanted it to end. This is not what I wanted. I wanted the symbionts. They are the jewel of Trill. They are our greatest asset. They collect the knowledge of so many people, and we cannot show that they make mistakes.
They're not assets. They're people. Now get the hell out of our sight.
I'm gonna turn over to Rogerson. Rogerson, you may want to get in contact with the Trill security force.
Acknowledged. That is... wow.
And we're probably going to need another
Yes, so
guy.
Rajal, I take it Rajal is off at this point?
Yeah, we wait around for security to
Yeah,
basically...
So the security that he brought, the guards that he actually brought with them, take a moment to figure out what the heck is going on, and then they arrest him.
Damn fine policing, boys.
That's true.
You betrayed me! This was not how it's supposed to end. This was not... This is the legacy of the symbionts, you fools! How could you let this happen?
And you see Rajal being dragged off back to the Trill Council, really.
Basically. Oh, they're going to have some fun words with Starfleet Command.
In the meantime, can we please get this guy out of my head?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can we get someone to help us?
Yeah, so it takes a bit of time because people weren't really prepared for what went down to go down. But after a couple of hours and some communications with Starfleet, some communications with the Trill, you do get someone who was not connected with what happened. And I'm going to do a roll just in case something goes down. But no, nothing untoward happens, and the memories are put back into the right place. Kilani, you have access to the full array of what Varias had done.
Kalani kind of puts her hand on her forehead and sighs.
And Mzaka, you are now completely free of Varias' memories. Though you have created new ones which include some of the new memories that were formed. It's a bit weird.
I'm going to spend 2 minutes for a narrative change to say that it's more than memory changes. A little bit of Varias has rubbed off on in a
Okay,
good way.
Interesting.
I will allow that.
Interesting. You know, it'd be nice if we ran onto a planet that didn't involve major conspiracies and changes.
Well, we'd be out of a job, wouldn't we?
Alright, you two feeling alright?
As well as I can. At the
Yeah.
moment.
I grab Kalani's hand. Hey, you're going to get through this. And it's important to know who you are.
Well, it feels like I've stabbed myself in the back.
Varias would say that's exactly how you should feel.
Thanks.
He would also say that nothing that has happened here today that changes who you are, and more importantly, means you'll be able to stop someone else from making these mistakes later.
I just hope that this mistake doesn't come back to haunt us at some point in time.
Dr. Zhar,
Yes,
can I speak with you for a moment?
sure.
And actually, I'm going to pull Dr. Zhar aside.
Mazaka turns into the corner.
You're kind of feeling like these... You're kind of feeling like this is all kind of your fault, huh?
I don't know how it can be, but
It doesn't matter. Is it how you feel? Your responsibility, your fault, anything like that? I'm not asking about logic. I'm asking about how you feel.
I feel like I should have said something. Should have taken responsibility.
In a way, he did. Sounds like he actively sabotaged the project to ensure it wouldn't go forward.
I'm not sure it was enough.
Everybody makes mistakes, Kilani. Everybody does things they're not proud of. Everybody gets pulled in a direction where they just...
But he never faced justice. I feel like someone should.
Did I ever tell you about how I left the DTI?
No.
What do you think DTI agents... What's something do you think the DTI agents never do?
Contaminate the timeline?
Yeah. Doc, I built a time machine, and I used it.
What?
Yeah. It started as a little thing. Theories, theoreticals. I found Captain Scott's old theories about not theories, actually put into practice the slingshot maneuver, and I expanded upon it. First, just to see what it could do, then to see if it could happen, and then it's partly just I had to do it, you know. Granted, it's not the best move I ever made, and there were effects. What I'm trying to say, it's incredibly easy to get swept up in the moment. And sometimes all you have is hindsight, and all you can do about it is work after the fact. I can trust you that he was his own worst critic in this matter, and he punished himself day after day after day. He brought himself to justice.
Maybe one day I'll see it that way, but that day is not today.
That's fine. As long as the possibility is there, that's all we can even really ask for.
Perhaps. But I think I should be getting back to the ship.
Sure. And I'll let Claudia go.
Mazaka walks over. She'll get over it eventually.
Yeah, no, that's just. I mean, it's just okay. I'm gonna turn to everyone else. Has anybody else had these dark secrets in their past that they want to bring? That's gonna come forward eventually. Now's a good time to bring it up.
Well, you haven't met-
don't mind.
Haven't met my dad yet, so I don't think so.
Lorraine, you're new here. You got anything?
I was a conspiracy theorist.
You're arrested. Shut up.
Uh,
You weren't a conspiracy theorist. You were a conspiracy activist.
It was a conspiracy, yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the question, Captain?
If you have any dark secrets in your past that you think might come back to affect us,
You know? Not sure. I don't think there are any.
that's fair. Roxon, how about you?
No, I can't think of any. Not like if we're dealing with memory issues here, and who can really know?
All right, fair enough. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay, glad that's settled.
So I have a question. As the counselor of your ship, is it like this all the time on your ship?
Not always, but often.
Iris just says yes immediately.
Well, at least somebody's honest. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been kind of weird. But a good kind of weird.
It's had its ups and downs. I will say that was a very unusual experience. Not sure how to react to having all those memories in my head.
Well, if you ever need help sorting them or going through them, my door's always open.
The thing is that I've never been. Varius was so different from me. You could not be two totally different personalities. And. Well, I don't feel the same. And he just kind of walks away with a swagger he's never had before.
Well, as he walks away, well, maybe that's a good thing.
Alright, and I guess that is the perfect time for us to leave it for this episode. So thank you everyone for joining us and for the repercussions of our Doctor's Past. We will be back next week with another Valkyrie episode as we return from Trill. What can go wrong on the return trip? Well, I guess you'll just have to find out.